Hello and welcome Eagles fans from all over, whether you're from around the country or around the world, watching from the comfort of your own home or even watching on a mobile device. We're super excited and delighted for you to be a part of this broadcast today. In today's matchup, the Pensacola Christian College Eagles are facing off against the Eagles from Toccoa Falls, Georgia. The Eagles from Toccoa Falls, Georgia currently have a 4-2 win streak going on. Actually, not win streak, but standing going on. Lance Smith is the high man for this team. He leads his team with 22 points, the transfer from Southeastern Union Community College. Meanwhile, for the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, we have three players scoring in double digits. Brantley Koski averages 16, Christian Porter averages 17, and A.J. Ward averages 18 in the 2021-2022 season. Despite the high numbers that they're averaging, the Eagles are still 0-3 for the season. Plenty of action awaits in this matchup tonight. Before we go ahead and kick things off, let's go ahead and introduce you guys to our Pensacola Christian College Eagles for the 4th time this year. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over, whether you're from around the country or around the world, watching from the comfort of your own home or even watching on a mobile device. I want to welcome you today to this broadcast where it's the Battle of the South Region. I'll be chatting alongside with Brandon Moore. And Brandon, I'm super excited to be sitting in the best seat of the house, watching the two best teams in the South Region face off.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a good one tonight. We got the Pensacola Eagles against Toccoa Falls Screaming Eagles. I think it's going to be a good one. Toccoa's guards are solid, put up good numbers every night. Eagles have a guard match to play. We hope that we get to see a good matchup between our big and their big. Should be a good night.
Let's go ahead and talk about the front courts of both teams. For the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, we have A.J. Ward. He's been averaging 17 points per game and around 7 to 8 rebounds per contest. Talk about his effectiveness in this matchup today.
A.J.'s ability to drive the ball along with shoot the ball makes him extremely dangerous. His ability to knock down a three-point shot with a hand in his face or nobody around, and the ability to grab between 5 to 10 rebounds a game makes him very, very effective. 3-point percentage up there in the 30s, I believe, putting up about almost 20 points a game. So I'm excited to see him play against these Toccoa Falls Eagles tonight.
First 2 games at home, he had 20, and then he had 21. Let's talk about the big man over on the other side of the floor, Big O, Orpheus Rankings, the transfer from Southeastern Baptist College. And it's actually kind of weird because last year he played with Southeastern, won the region, and now he's playing with Toccoa, the team that they beat in the region championship. He's starting tonight. This is his second start for this team. How effective that you think he's going to be in today's matchup?
I think he's going to be extremely effective. I think Big Will Higdon has a real task for himself tonight, trying to hold Big O on the boards. Boxing out is going to be a key for the Eagles. We're a little undersized this year, so we're going to really have to be forcing them out of the paint to get our rebounds and push the floor. If we can execute the way we want, hopefully we can get Big O running the floor, tire him out a little bit, and that hopefully will help us win this one.
Transfer students are a big thing that are present in both teams and both really talented. On the Toccoa side, they have Lance Smith, the transfer from the JUCO out of Alabama, Southeastern Union. He's averaged 29 per game through 2 games, averaged 22 so far in the year, top 10 in the nation in scoring. What are the Eagles going to have to do to get him off rhythm?
We have a solid defender in Stephen Wheeler. He's quick with his hands, able to steal the ball. But I think he's going to have his hands full tonight with Lance Smith putting up, like you said, about 29 points a game to start the year. One of the best players in the country. But we also, like I said, have Stephen Wheeler, very, very good defender. We also have Brantley Koski, another very good defender. I think the key tonight is going to have to be help defense and our ability to pressure the ball. If we sag off, he'll shoot over us. So we got to be able to pressure the ball. And when he does penetrate, we need our help side defense to really collapse on him, force a kick, and maybe be able to close out and get a missed shot on the backside.
We mentioned the transfers all the way from Toccoa, but let's go ahead and re-recollect on the transfers over for Pensacola Christian College. We have West Coast transfer from West Coast Baptist College, Stephen Wheeler. He hasn't been as effective as he was at West Coast. When he plays, he had 15 in his first match, 11 in his other, shooting really efficiently from the field. Also, we have Garrett Jones. He had 16, his career high ever for any college, even whether he was at Johnson University, whether he was here, or whether he was at Cornell. We also have Brantley Koski. In 2 games, he's been averaging 16 already. What do you love about his game?
Brantley Koski has the ability to see the floor almost better than anybody on the Eagles team, in my opinion. His ability to be able to push the floor, be effective as a dribble driver, and his ability to find open players to get some assists. I think he's a very good grab for the Eagles. I'm excited to see what he can do here tonight. Hopefully we can get those 3 transfers to all put up some double digits and get ourselves a good game.
Koski had his first start last game against LaGrange College. He had 16 points through 23 minutes, but the main person we have to focus on today that Toccoa has to really gear on is Christian Porter. He's been shooting nothing but jumpers and shooting them at a high percentage. Last game against, I believe, Ave Maria, he shot 50% from 3. What is he going to have to do today in order for him to be effective?
Christian Porter is going to have to really look to shoot the ball. The ability of Stephen Wheeler, Garrett Jones, and as well as Brantley Koski to drive the ball, they're forced to collapse on them. So CP needs to be able to find his gaps, find the openings to get some kick-out shots, and I think he's going to have a good shooting night.
Ever since I saw this Toccoa team play earlier this year, I already had early predictions that this possibly could have been the South Region Championship last year. Last year, Toccoa Falls upset Pensacola Christian College in the semifinals of the region. This year, they're playing off and through this Pensacola Invitational this week. What are your expectations in this game?
I think this should be a really, really tight game. I think the ability of Toccoa and the Eagle and the PCC Eagles, our guard play is going to allow it to be a pretty high-paced game. I think we're going to see a lot of 3-shot, and then I think we're going to see a big battle down low between Big Will and Big O.
As the clock winds down and we prepare for game time, let's go ahead and kick it over to Caleb Osborne for the pregame ceremonies.
The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirits of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. At this time, Campus Church Youth Pastor Chuck Gorley is going to begin tonight with a couple announcements followed by prayer.
Well, good evening, and thank you for joining us for this very special first Pensacola Invitational hosted by Campus Church. It's our pleasure to have you with us. We did want to say a word of welcome to the many of you who have traveled from long distance to be with us. So thank you for being with us this weekend. We hope you enjoy your time. We're honored that you joined us for this weekend, And here at Campus Church, we just want you to know that we welcome you, and we hope that you find us friendly and helpful if you need anything. Also, today is a very special day. Today is Veterans Day, and it's a time for us to pay our respects to those who have served in our country's military. And so this evening, we wanted to take that opportunity to pay some tribute to those who have served in our country's military. We're very grateful for their service. And so tonight, let's stand together for a word of prayer, and let's pray for those who have served in our country and for our game. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity for us to gather for something enjoyable like basketball. What a privilege we have to be able to enjoy sports and things like that because of the many men and women who have served our country. Lord, we are grateful for their many acts of sacrifice, the months and years that they have spent away from their families and friends. Lord, even now tonight we pray for the many who have come back and are still suffering from PTSD and other traumas from battle that they faced on our behalf. We are grateful for those who have served for us, and we pray for them and their families this evening. Lord, I pray that you would bless this game, that you would keep everyone safe, free from injury. Lord, I thank you for the opportunity for each of these teams to be with us this weekend. I pray that we would have a wonderful time together. We thank you for all that you've given us in Jesus Christ, the salvation that he provides through the cross. It's in his name we pray. Amen.
Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Tonight's sport medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institutes and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting tonight at Toccoa Falls College, number 1, Mike Smith, number 4, C.J. Mitchell, number 13, Orpheus Lincoln, number 24,
Cody Comer. Number 35, Luke Hartenberg. Toccoa is led by Coach Leonard Epps. And now, your Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Starting tonight for the Eagles, a junior from Jacksonville, Florida, number 2, Christian Porter. A graduate student from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 3, Garriott Jones. A graduate student from Long Beach, California, number 11, Stephen Wheeler. A senior from Temperance, Michigan, number 20, Chandler Fitzgerald. And a junior from Pensacola, Florida, number 34, A.J. Ward. The Eagles are led by Coach Jason Bell with assistant coach Micah Conlin. Officiating for tonight's game are Nate Starr, Anthony Johnson, and Thomas Merritt.
Thank you so much, Caleb Osborne, for those pregame ceremonies. We greatly appreciate that. Before we go ahead and get things started, Brady, let's go ahead and review the starting lineup for both teams. For Toccoa Falls, number 1, Lance Smith, he averages 22 points per game. Number 4, C.J. Mitchell. Number 13, Orpheus Rankings, the transfer from Southeastern Baptist. Number 24, Kobe Comer, and number 35, Luke Hartenberg. And for the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, at the guard, number 2, Christian Porter. Number 3, Garriott Jones. Number 11, Stephen Wheeler. Making his second start for his Eagles debut of his senior season, number 20, Chandler Fitzgerald, and number 34, the first team All-South Region player last year, A.J. Ward. Smith kicks it to Mitchell in the corner. He's by himself, misses everything. Jones with the rebound. He pushes the transition, tries to make a move inside. That gets stolen away from him. Mitchell collects the ball. Comer by himself in the corner. That one's good. The Eagles from Toccoa Falls, Georgia, they strike first. There's Kobe Comer. He averages 7 points per contest. Dribble handoff to Garriott Jones. He nearly loses the ball again. Here's Ward, guarded by Lance Smith. They transfer from Southern Union State Community College. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Porter. He drives hard. It's inside. That rolls out. Hartenberg with the rebound.
Good take, just a little late in the shot clock. We need to attack just a little bit earlier.
Smith, strong move on Jones. That one doesn't fall. Steven Wheeler brings the ball into the front court. Quick move to the basket. Alters his shot. That one doesn't fall. Wheeler struggling to get back on the court here. No look pass inside to Hartenberg. And the Eagles will take over. Toccoa currently leads 3-0. Wheeler grimacing in pain. He's been struggling in practice with his, I believe, his left side. How do you think that might affect him in this matchup today?
It depends on the physicality of Toccoa Falls as Chandler Fitzgerald takes a nice drive and puts it in for two. Steven Wheeler, a little injured, hitting the ribs, I hear, and a little bit of oblique pain. But depends on the physicality of Toccoa Falls today if they can potentially exploit that.
Comer from distance. Wheeler was there but couldn't get the rebound. Smith, he tries to go baseline, steps through A.J. Ward, gets the lucky roll to fall up. Smith, in his first 2 games of the season, he averaged 29 points. The transfer from Southern State University tries to get the steal here. Here's Fitzgerald. He's by himself in the corner. That one's good. Fitzgerald, he ties this thing up all by himself. He has 5. Smith. Mitchell, he's by himself. Mitchell from distance, straightaway center, and he knocks that one down. Smith, first team All-South region last year. Wheeler brings the ball up court. Beautiful move to get inside. A little bit of a push off, tries to find Chandler Fitzgerald to no avail. Here's Mitchell in transition. He's met by Fitzgerald and he finishes. Jones to Porter. He takes one from distance. That one doesn't fall. Mitchell, he stops on a dime to pull one from distance. He gets 2 in a row.
C.J. Mitchell coming out on fire tonight.
South Region player, not player of the year, but first team. Here's Wheeler, tries to make a move on Lance Smith. Jones, pull-up jumper. That one doesn't fall in. Mitchell, he controls it. Here's Lance Smith, corner to Comer. He's already has a 3 today. Mitchell, he'll try another one. Can he get 3? No, he can't. Hartenberg with the rebound. Mitchell, thought about 2 for $1, finds Hartenberg. He drives, and he scores. The Arlen R Sports Center is silent due to Toccoa's phenomenal play as of early. Porter pulls up from distance. That one's good. The Eagles desperately needed a shot after that one. Christian Porter, 5 from 10 in the last game from 3. And I believe Coach Bell tried to call a timeout here. But that doesn't get granted.
Little miscommunication here between coach and official. Still trying to sort out what's going on down here.
Just a common mistake made by two. By them two. Toccoa up by 7. Here's Smith.
Do have a sub in the game. Brantley Koski coming in for the PCC Eagles.
Koski, a really great defender. In his first start, he had 16 points. Smith gets to the basket all by himself. No one can stop him there.
Eagles coming out in a zone defense and giving up some open looks early. Need to lock down our zone.
The referee stops the play due to shot clock issues. Toccoa now up by 9.
Pensacola able to take the early heat from Toccoa and come out still only down by single digits.
Fitzgerald, he tries a 3. That doesn't work. Koski tries a strong rebound, but Smith is there. Coach Bell calls a full timeout. That's the first one taken by any team. Toccoa Falls nearly up by double digits as both teams talk things out. We will as well. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Motter. And Braden, the Eagles are now down by 9 points early. What's the reason to this deficit?
Playing a zone defense right now that's really not pressuring the three-point line, and the Toccoa Screaming Eagles have already shot the ball extremely well from the 3. And on the offensive side, we really haven't been able to penetrate the three-point line yet, mainly looking outside and trying to shoot with them as number 24 for Toccoa knocks down another three-pointer. Eagles need to find a way to penetrate, get in the paint, and work inside out.
Kobe Comer, he comes off big and shoots a huge 3. Fitzgerald tries to get inside, but Sanders is there. Grant Sanders, the freshman from McDonough, Georgia, gets a beautiful block to stop the play in transition.
Eagles staying in what appears to be a pack line 2-3 zone of not going any deeper than the three-point line. As a potential accidental pass finds number 3, Grant Sanders, for an easy 2.
Smith, quick on his feet, finds Grant Sanders, the junior from Union Grove. This freshman, actually. Ward takes his first shot, and that's good. Ward, he averages 17 points per game. That's his first bucket of the game, and it's good. Hartenberg, back to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Hartenberg. He'll take a mid-range jump shot. That's off. Sanders tries to make a great hustle play, but to no avail. The Eagles will take over. In the game for the Eagles, Koski, Porter, Ward, Jones, and Fitzgerald. Koski into the game for the injured Wheeler. Fitzgerald makes a move, great find to Jones. Here's Koski. 10 seconds left on the shot clock here. Ward, he'll take a 3 from distance. Nearly nothing but net. Koski there with the strong rebound. Can't get the tip in to fall. Eagles now down by 11. Here's Lance Smith. Koski with the steal. Smith, Ward, alley-oop. That doesn't go. The fans would have erupted if that would have went down.
That was a pretty good look. Poor execution on the pass, but good look. I saw it coming, and I think everybody in the gym here would have liked to see AJ throw that one down.
Austin Lewis. He checks into the game for Garrett Jones. We saw Austin Lewis come to the game last year and provided quick offense for the team. Are we expecting him to do the same thing here?
Austin is a fantastic three-point shooter, and PCC Eagles appear to be wanting to shoot with Toccoa tonight. So I think that's a good play by Coach Bell, putting one of our best three-point shooters, if not the best three-point shooter on the team, back on the floor to try and have a little fire show with Toccoa.
Mid-range shot by Sanders. That's no good. Hardenberg, he falls to the floor. Toccoa will take over as we currently trail by 11. Comer for the inbound. Gildoff gets the ball. Fadeaway jump shot. He tries one, and it's good. Gildoff, he comes off the bench. Gets his first 2 points of the game. Koski, quick in transition. Up another layup, and it's good!
What a move. Brantley Koski with a beautiful reverse.
Hopefully we can see that play again later during another timeout or either halftime. Eagles right back in it. They're down by 11 as well. Here's Smith, guarded by Porter. He drives inside. No look to Hardenberg! Oh my goodness! Hardenberg puts him in the rim.
Fitzgerald with a good challenge, but Hardenberg with a better drive.
Koski finds Ward. Tries to go baseline. Here's an open Fitzgerald. Sanders is there. Sanders doing a great job putting his hands up. Porter with the open three-point try. That misses. Kobe Comer, he'll bring the ball up here as Toccoa, they're leading by 13. Smith tries to get to the basket. Gets already to the party, but can't get inside. CJ Mitchell comes out for Lance Smith, and I'm not going to lie to you, Braden, Smith is looking like possibly one of the better players in this region.
He's looking pretty impressive, shooting the ball at a very high percentage and making PCC really work for anything tonight, offensively and defensively. Toccoa is starting this game very, very strong.
Koski drives inside, tries to dish it off to Fitzgerald. That gets stopped. Wheeler, he comes back to the table. Grimacing in pain earlier. Hopefully he's okay. Deshaun Ware finds Hardenberg for a three. He had a great play earlier. One-on-one with Fitzgerald. He has the ball, finds Ward. Quick move there. He scores.
Great find by Chandler Fitzgerald on the diving A.J. Ward.
A.J. Ward dives to the basket. He now has 5, and we really need him to get going.
We need everybody to get going right now. Eagles are playing a little passive right now. Toccoa is really taking it to us, and we need to up our aggressiveness, drive better, and continue cutting like AJ just did and get some easy points.
Here's Mitchell for 3 again!
CJ Mitchell is having himself a game right now, already in double digits in the first 10 minutes of this game. PCC needs to find an answer for him before it's too late.
Austin Lewis, he tries to drive, finds Fitzgerald, guarded by the freshman. Ward thought about a shot, no good. Step back three-point shot for him. That's no good. Sanders with the rebound. Mitchell, he's the high man for all scorers right now with 12. Here's Ware, he brings the ball up the floor. Saunders, the freshman from Georgia. Weird shot there, that misses everything.
Good defense by the Eagles, collapsing on the driver.
Porter finds Lewis, he pulls up from distance. That's an air ball. That shot misses everything. Steven Wheeler, he comes back into the game for Christian Porter. And we really need, as you said, we really need everyone to get going here. But our players that normally average in double digits are hardly scoring at all.
Our two highest scorers right now are Chandler Fitzgerald and A.J. Ward, both with 5. Chandler not normally a super strong scoring threat, but showing himself early. A.J. playing pretty well. We need a few of these other guys to pick it up and take it to Toccoa.
Fitzgerald against LaGrange College, he had a career high of 13 in his first start as an Eagle. Here's Nathan from distance. That one doesn't fall. Mitchell with the strong rebound. Welcher tries one. That doesn't go. Lewis gets the board. Wheeler going the opposite way. Lewis drives inside, loses the ball. Welcher in transition. Floater is good. Koski finds Ward. Ward needs to make a move. Beautiful one right to left move by Ward. Wheeler, Lewis, he drives baseline. Quickly double team. And that's another turnover by Lewis. Gets the ball back, goes inside, finds Fitzgerald. He misses. Eagles now down by 16. approaching 9 minutes left in this first half. Gilgoff tries it 3.
Good defense by
Lewis
Austin
is
Lewis.
there. Travel called by Toccoa. Great look by the officials there. Pensacola Christian will take over. Wheeler, he brings the ball up. Take a screen by Chandler. Tries to make a move. Great move by Wheeler. Gets inside. Corner to Lewis. He'll take a three-point opportunity. That misses. Koski rises up high for an attempt to get the rebound. Doesn't get it.
Pensacola heavily relying on the 3-ball right now to will us back into this game, and unfortunately shots just are not falling for us.
Gilgoff, he'll try a 3, no good. Here's Wheeler. Wheeler tries to make a move. Here's Lewis, tries to get inside. Alters his shot, that misses. Nathan with the rebound. Here's Mitchell. He's deep into the corner, makes a move, steps out of bounds. Christian Porter, he comes into the game for the junior, Austin Lewis. Lewis, last year, he averaged 11 points per contest. This year, he's averaging 5.
Yeah, Austin is getting a few less minutes this season, just still trying to find his way with the coach and being able to find the perfect role for him. Moment ago, Wheeler grimacing in pain on that right side.
Wheeler, he loses the ball. We're in transition. Here's Mitchell behind the back. Beautiful play to Colwell. And Toccoa scores there. Beautiful move by their offense. Issues with the shot clock here. And Coach Bell will call a timeout. Coach Pell definitely needs to talk things over with this team, as now he's currently down by a score of, I believe, 16. As both teams talk it over, we will as well. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Motor. Braden, we are down big here. What's going on with the Eagles team right now?
Pensacola is really relying on the 3-ball to get us back into this game, and shots are not falling. I think the best thing for us to do is what Brantley just did and really attack the paint. Unfortunately, get a charge call. But I think Pensacola needs to find a way to get into the paint, finish at the rim, and then after we do that a few times, some kickouts should open up, and then hopefully our 3-balls start falling.
Caldwell does a beautiful job getting in the passing lane. Brian Ugaldi and Malachi Hoare, they check into the game here for the Eagles.
Coach Bell putting in 2 what I would call defensive specialists, hoping to maybe hold Toccoa and keep them from scoring so much and maybe find a way to sneak a couple points in and crawl back into this game.
Inside the Hartenberg, he tries to make a move. Wheeler gets it to his dribble off of his leg, and honestly, that was a smart move by Coach Bell.
Yeah, the Eagles haven't really been able to put up anything offensively, so Coach Bell made the smart decision here to put a little bit more defensive-minded lineup in the game, hopefully hold them and maybe be able to get a couple points in and crawl our way back into this game and make it a close contest.
Ugaldi, he finds Porter. Porter to Malachi Hoare. Drives baseline, nothing's there. Here's Porter again. He'll try a 3-point shot of his own. That misses. Deshaun Ware, he brings the ball into the open court. Finds Kenny Colwell. Eagles still down by massive double digits here. Colwell, Hill's wide open. He'll try a 3 of his own. That doesn't work. Ugalde in transition. Back to Wheeler. Beautiful opportunity there. And I believe somebody's called for a foul. That might be Hartenberg. thought Ugalde was going to go up there for the shot. Smart move to find an open man to get a wide open opportunity. But the foul was called before Wheeler can even get a shot up.
That foul was on Toccoa's C.J. Mitchell, his first of the contest.
C.J. Mitchell, very strong player here for Toccoa. He has 12 early.
C.J. got off to a real strong start for Toccoa, but fortunately for the Eagles, he seemed to have cooled off a little bit. But PCC needs to find a way to crawl back into this game, start hitting some shots.
Here's Wheeler. He'll try one from distance. That's good. Porter does a great job trying to find his shooter. He shrinks the deficit. Comer finds Lance Smith. Smith back to Comer. Kenny Caldwell.
Eagles zone playing with a lot of energy right now. Closing out on shooters.
Kenny Caldwell in the corner. That one doesn't fall. And the Eagles really doing a great job forcing Toccoa to have to shoot the three ball.
Early on, Toccoa was shooting the ball extremely well, and we ran them off the line. And now they've cooled off a little bit, and so we're giving them a little more three-point opportunity and denying the dribble drives.
And a lot of those threes came from players like C.J. Mitchell and Kobe Comer. Mitchell just checked back into the game. Comer hasn't scored since the beginning of the game. Here's Wheeler. Has Nathan on him. Makes a move inside. Loses it. Here's Smith. Smith really good at going coast to coast. Misses. Great defense by Ugalde. Late call by the official. Ugalde will get the foul.
It's a late call, but it's the right call, Al. A lot of body in there, but demoralizes you once you realize ball doesn't go in and then the ref calls it. So really got to focus on not fouling in this game, and we're running them off the three-point line pretty well, but transition defense, we really need to be getting back, trying to set ourselves up, maybe get a few charges.
Smith, he gets the first free throw. He's having a dominant game here. Had two earlier, made the first free throw here. And Lance Smith, a transfer from Southern Union State in Alabama, averaged 10 points his sophomore year at a JUCO. And for Toccoa, the first two games of the season, he averaged 29.
A.J. Ward back into the game for the Eagles, coming in for Chandler Fitzgerald, maybe playing a little bit of small ball here, see how this works out.
Ugalde drives inside, looks to pass. Here's Porter wide open for a three-point opportunity. That misses. Smith, he moves quickly, finds Hartenberg. Here's Comer. C.J. Mitchell. Thought about a shot, doesn't take it. Here's Nathan. Toccoa trying to find something inside, and they have only scored 2 points in these last 5 minutes here.
Pensacola's been doing a good job of stopping them defensively, but unfortunately for us, haven't really been able to put up too many points. We need to start knocking some shots down and find a way back into this ball game.
DJ Thomas, he checked into the game for Jay Nathan, and Orpheus Ranking is making his way back into the contest.
We found out after the timeout that unknown pause in the game was because number 13, Orpheus, was actually injured, so he had to come out of the game.
Mitchell in transition, stops on a dime, puts it off the backboard of Lance Smith, and he scores.
Good transition defense, but transition rebounding was a little lacking there. Lance able to crash the offensive glass and get an easy two.
Eagles haven't scored since Stephen Wheeler hit a three. Ugalde tried one, that's no good. Here's Comer. Skip pass to C.J. Mitchell. Mitchell, he'll take a three for himself. That one's short. Ends up in the hands of Porter.
Once again, luckily for PCC, Mitchell seems to have cooled off a little bit, and we need to find a way to take advantage here.
Ugalde finds Porter. Tries to make a move. Here's Ugalde. He'll pull up for a three of his own, and that almost rolls in. Ball will stay with the Eagles. They'll also get a fresh shot clock here. Stephen Wheeler and Malachi Ward the two players from Pensacola Christian College from Long Beach, California. They'll come out the game for Brantley Koski and Garrett Jones. Ward inside. He has rankings on him. Does a great job of bringing him outside. Blows right past him. And Lance Smith does a great job taking the charge here. Smart decision making by him.
Smart play by A.J. Ward calling the ISO on the little bit slower Big O. But like you said, Al, Lance Smith with a great help defense sliding over and getting that charge.
Comer, he'll take the ball for the inbound. Mitchell. Lance Smith, he has the ball. The player who just recently took the charge. Mitchell gets a screen from Orpheus Rankings, post on a dime, misses. Great rebound by Brian Ugaldi. We're about to say the same thing here, Brandon.
Great box out and rebound by Brian on a much bigger Big O.
Porter, strong move to the basket. That's too strong. Smith in transition. Ugaldi's there, still scores.
Once again, that's good transition defense by Brian Ugaldi, but unfortunately just better offense by Toccoa Falls.
Koski with the ball. Eagles from Toccoa now leading by 20 against South Region opponent Pensacola Christian College. Austin Lewis, he checks into the game for Christian Porter.
That was a blocking foul on Toccoa Falls' DJ Thompson, his first of the contest.
This doesn't grant the Eagles a fresh shot clock. Lewis will come to bring the ball inbounds. Koski gets the ball guarded by Lance Smith. Jones nearly gets pickpocketed. Ugaldi finds Lewis. Thought about a three, can't take one. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Lance Smith out of transition, spin move, puts it off the glass, and gets the basket to fall.
Once again, fantastic transition defense by Brian Ugaldi and his ability to stop him, but just an amazing finish and a missed transition layup there by Brantley Koski. Got to be putting those in, find our way back into this game.
Koski desperately needed that shot to possibly shrink the deficit. Mitchell, he'll try another three. That's off. Ward with the rebound, off the foot of Thompson.
Little miscommunication between A.J. Ward and Austin Lewis on the rebound, but fortunate for us, off the foot of Toccoa Falls, headed PCC's way.
Jones, he brings the ball past half court. Finds Ward. Ward tries to take the mismatch, goes inside. Beautiful move to alter his shot. He has 7. We really need him to get going here.
Unfortunately, no one for the Eagles is up in double digits yet. A.J. Ward being the closest with 7. Only 20 points on the game. Last game, the Eagles put up 101, so almost just 20 at the half is a little demoralizing to see, but I think second half we're really going to be able to maybe knock our shots down and crawl back into this game and make it a good one.
And it's great you mentioned that because they scored 101, but they were down 20 going into the half as well.
That was a fantastic comeback against LaGrange College. It was started a little slow, like you said, Al, started down by about 20 points and found a way to crawl back into the game and lose by only 6, if I remember correctly, 107 to 101. As Garrett Jones gets a good drive and a foul headed to the free throw line.
Garrett Jones with a great give-and-go opportunity in the corner. Spins around, nearly travels, but he'll go to the free throw line for some much-needed points for the Eagles.
Desperately need both of these to fall for PCC.
Jones, he'll make the first one. Had a career high despite whatever school he went to, whether you consider Johnson or you consider Cornell, he had a career high of 16 points. Splits the free throws, Lance with the rebound.
.45 seconds left in the first half. Eagles think we could find a way to lower this deficit below 20 before the half. That would be huge and allow us to potentially make another strong comeback in the second half like we did against LaGrange just a few nights ago.
Great job to get into the passing lane, turning the ball over for the Eagles' possession. first men's game in the Pensacola Invitational, the first invitational provided by Campus Church and the Eagles Athletic Association. Koski back in the backcourt to receive the ball.
Luke Gilsdorf and Luke Hartenberg check back in for Toccoa Falls as Christian Porter comes in for Brian Ugaldi in PCC.
Ugaldi playing some really big minutes here for the Eagles, not doing a lot on the scoring board, but providing a lot of defensive prowess for this Eagles team.
Brian, I've watched him for the past few years. Brian has never been the biggest offensive threat, but he brings so much energy and effectiveness on the defensive end that makes him a valuable asset to this PCC Eagles team.
Porter misses another three-pointer. And now Toccoa is looking to take the last possession.
Clock and shot clock only separated by maybe half a second here. Like you said, Al, Toccoa Falls looking to take one last shot,
Mitchell
find a way to get more than 20 at the end of this half.
Here's Comer, pump fakes, has opportunity to shoot. 2 seconds left. Smith tries one, and it's good! Lance Smith with the buzzer beater before the half. He extends this lead to 23. Let's not see that one again. But what a half by Toccoa Falls.
That was an amazing first half. They had C.J. Mitchell with, I believe he had 12 points there, and Lance Smith coming out with 8. So pretty good half for Toccoa. PCC, unfortunately, wasn't able to put the points up we were hoping for, but found a way to make a few stops and hold a good Toccoa to only 44.5. Hopefully we can come out in the second half, shoot the ball a little better, make this a close contest.
Both teams will go into the locker rooms and talk things over. But until then, please enjoy some promotional videos provided by Pensacola Christian College.
Want to get a head start in college? With Pensacola Christian College's online dual enrollment program, you can do just that. Open to juniors and seniors in Christian schools and Abeka Academy homeschoolers, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year, all counting towards PCC college credit requirements. With 3 different options throughout the school year and summer and over 20 courses, choose to lighten your college load. And, depending on your major, finish college early. You will be able to fit courses around your schedule. A perfect way to complete many of your general college education courses before you graduate high school and step foot on campus. To learn more about getting a head start on your education today, visit pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
You only have one life. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to influence your world for Christ? This is a place where you can be empowered to fulfill God's calling and pursue your passion.
Working as a physical therapist, it is a ministry all its own to just build a relationship with the people. I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is I want to help people get better.
I want to go to law school, get into a cybersecurity program. That way I can incorporate both programming and law, protecting companies from cybercrime.
I love being around people, and I love learning about people. I knew that with nursing, it wasn't just about helping people physically, like it was helping them spiritually too. That's what's important in life.
As I began to pray more, God, I have a huge decision to make. Where am I going to go to school? I only have one life. What do you want me to do with it? And he began to show me that what I enjoy doing can be used for his honor and for his glory. God led me to Pensacola Christian College to pursue my passion for finance through a biblical perspective.
I had told my pastor before coming here, I was like, I don't really like school, but I know I need to go for nursing. So I'm gonna go and I'll have to study really hard, and I just didn't really look forward to it. But now, like on my 3rd year, learning is so much fun, and I didn't feel like that freshman year.
I'll look back and I'll be like, man, I remember I used to struggle with that. And then maybe a freshman looks at what I'm doing and they're like, what are you even looking at? I'm like, this is easy stuff.
Incrementally, we're ready to do more, we're ready to face more, and to say, this may not be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
Last summer, I did an internship in Germany in a genetics lab, and I was able to use the techniques and tools I had learned in the labs here over there, and it made so much more sense because I already knew what I was doing and why I was doing it.
I think teaching is communicating facts, but I think the bottom line for me with teaching is connecting the material so the students not only know it, but appreciate it and also know how to use it.
My teaching isn't about me, it's about where God is taking each individual student down the road.
We have great faculty and they honestly inspire me. Seeing all of these faculty members who have doctorates, you can definitely see what they've learned reflected through what they teach.
They'll constantly tell you, if you need something, come talk to me. I've had teachers other places, and they'll say that, but if you go up to them, they don't really want to give you the time or try to respond. And here, it's just totally different. You can just have a really good teacher-student relationship.
The faculty are saying it's going to take hard work and dedication to be the best at whatever you're doing for God's glory. That philosophy will always work.
Sometimes they'll ask us, what verse do you think would apply to this? How a verse would relate to a situation.
Biblical worldview is seeing all of my life through what God has shown us in Scripture.
And that's one of the reasons why I chose PCC in the first place, is to have faculty that love God to help me further my spiritual walk with Christ.
If my goal is to be in the will of God, it helps so much to know that my teacher has that same goal.
Everything that I see here is Christ-centered. Their main purpose is, we want you to see more of Jesus Christ. That is what I see in PCC.
Why is PCC here? It's to change lives and make them more like Christ. I hope that I can just have a little part of molding and shaping them like the Lord Jesus Christ.
They want students to come out of PCC and to make an influence and an impact on the world. I think their goal really is to change the world, and they do it one student at a time.
As president of PCC, I want you to know that we're committed to providing an excellent liberal arts education that's built upon the foundation and truths of God's Word. We won't compromise on biblical principles, and our purpose is to equip you for whatever it is God's called you to do. Make the most of this opportunity in life, and choose the college that best prepares you for that calling. PCC has so much to offer. We're located just minutes from the beautiful sugar white sands and emerald waters of Pensacola Beach. We're known for providing the best education value among accredited Christian colleges. And we have great facilities and activities that'll provide memorable experience to your college life. So as you think to the future and think about choosing a college, don't just choose a college because of its location, near home or by the beach. Don't just choose a Christian college because it's affordable like PCC is. And don't just choose a college because your friends go there and it looks like a fun place to attend. Choose a Christian college because God's called you there. Because that place will empower you to influence the world for Christ in whatever God's called you to do.
The field of business is exciting because it's constantly changing. It's constantly adjusting as our world changes due to various influences, not the least of which is technology. And so our students have the opportunity to study this changing environment. The goal of the department is to train young people to go out and be the best Christian accountant or marketer or advertiser or whatever the field is. We give them the tools that they need, and then we build and develop that as students go throughout their program. The information is being taught from a biblical Christian perspective. It's woven into every class that they are taking. Our program is practical, not just learning theory. Of course, we have to have a foundation that we're building from. But our students learn from our faculty, this is how you're going to see this concept played out in the workforce. Those students who go out and enter the workforce immediately, we routinely get feedback from those graduates saying, what you taught me, it really is what I'm doing. And I love this. This is what I've trained for. Our students enjoy our faculty, and our faculty love what they are teaching. So because our faculty enjoy it so much and they have such a desire to teach that love to our students fall in love with what they are doing. I meet with students almost on a regular basis who come in and say, my roommate or my friend is in the business department and they love their classes. Can I change my major to business? Yes, please. I would love to hear from you if you're interested in our program. So feel free, reach out. Let's have a conversation about why the Lord may be calling you to PCC. And I would love to answer your questions that you may have.
Hello and welcome Eagles fans from all over. Whether you're from around the country or around the world, we want to welcome you to the Nest, the home of the Christian College Eagles. Here on Veterans Day, Alvin Chapman alongside Braden Porter. Braden, we received the stat sheets moments ago. What do you like and not like about both teams in these stat sheets?
Well, I gotta say I'm a little surprised. PCC's three-point percentage up at 31. It's a little higher than I thought. Honestly, I thought we shot the ball fairly poorly. So if we can start knocking those shots down, that'd be pretty nice. Unfortunately, total field goal percentage for the Eagles is sitting at 26 right now, while the Toccoa Falls is shooting 50% from the field and 46 from three. So Toccoa's shooting the ball pretty well. PCC's not shooting the ball necessarily horribly, but we need to get some more shots up and start knocking stuff down.
The story of the night for Toccoa has been Lance Smith and CJ Mitchell. Both players have combined 26 points. And honestly, if it was just them playing right now, it would be up by 5 against our Toccoa basketball team. CJ Mitchell, first team All-Region last year. Lance Smith, being a JUCO transfer from Southern Union State Community College. He averaged 10 over there. He's averaging 22 so far. What are the Eagles going to have to do to get them off rhythm?
Well, early on to start the game, CJ and Lance were both shooting the ball extremely well. PCC was able to run them off the line and make them drive, and then we were able to collapse on them. And then when they backed back out to the three-point line, shots weren't falling necessarily as well, so I think we did well with that. I think Toccoa is going to come out a little fired up. I hope Pensacola is able to come out with the same fire and find a way to crawl our way back into this game and hopefully make it a good one and entertain the fans to end the night.
Christian Porter, 1 from 8 from the field, 1 from 6 from 3. Had 2 back-to-back games where he had 20, but now he's just not playing like his normal self. What is he going to have to do in order for him to get hot here?
Well, the unfortunate thing about shooting the ball so well the last 2 games is that other teams also see you shooting the ball that well. So Toccoa's doing a great job defensively, closing out on Christian Porter, making him drive. I think Coach Bell at halftime was smart enough to be able to put something together, find a way to get CP open on the three-point line, start knocking some shots down.
Braden, last question. This is probably the most pivotal question. They're up by, I want to say, about 23. 2 players on their team has more points than our team combined. Is this game over?
This game is not over. The old saying, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. This game ain't over till that final buzzer goes off. So I think PCC definitely has a job for him. But if you were tuned in to LaGrange's live stream last week, you saw that we were also down by 20 at halftime during that game. Found a way to crawl our way back and score 101 points, only lose by 6. So I think PCC is going to be able to come out and surprise the fans.
A.J. Ward, 7 points, lead man for the Eagles. 1 from 2 from 3, 3 from 6 from the field. What does he have to do to keep getting going?
AJ normally shoots the ball a little more than he is, unfortunately. Right now, he's only shot the ball, like you said, about 6 or 7 or 8 times. And I think if AJ starts getting some more shots, that'll really spread the floor. Once again, open the floor up for CP, get some open 3 looks, open it up for Stephen Wheeler and Garrett Jones to dribble penetrate, and find potentially an open AJ Ward.
The Eagles will start off this half with the possession. Porter back to bring the ball across half court. Fitzgerald tries to get inside. That gets tipped from behind. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell tries to get inside. These are for Smith. Alters his side, and that's good. Smith, he has 17, 15 in the first half. Normally averaged 22 per game. Had 30 his first game with Toccoa, 28 the second against Hosanna Bible College.
On track to land in the 20s once again. Pensacola needs to find a way to put a stop to him.
Porter from distance. He was 1 from 6 from the field, from beyond perimeter the first half. Here's C.J. Mitchell. Can he answer back? He can't. Ward with a strong rebound. Tries to put it ahead to Fitzgerald. He inadvertently tricks up Comers.
It's a good hustle play by Chandler Fitzgerald, diving on the floor, trying to get the ball, and like you said, unfortunately just catching the right foot of Kobe Comer and drawing a foul.
Thumbs up, Chandler. Hartenberg will be there for the inbound. Orpheus Rankins, he's by himself. Works on Fitzgerald, gets the lucky roll to fall.
Orpheus' first points of the game. He was out for most of the first half with an injury, but he's back now and already making an impact. Eagles need to find a way to keep him from the paint and keep him out from his post moves.
Wheeler. He finds Ward down low, works on Hartenberg. Wide open Porter to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, actually, he misses. Comers to Lance Smith. He makes a move inside, finds Hartenberg. .15 seconds left on the shot clock.
Pensacola needs to find a stop here. Toccoa's already come in the second half here and scored in the first 2 possessions.
Backdoor to Hartenberg. He can't finish that one. Here's Porter. Fitzgerald, he's by himself. Straightaway center and misses everything. Smith, baseball pass all the way to Orpheus Rankins. Hits it off of Fitzgerald.
Pensacola not shooting the ball well coming out of the second half, but hopefully we can turn that around.
Comers will be there for the inbound as the Eagles are down by 27. Mitchell gets inside, finds Rankins. Beautiful finish by him. He has 4 in the second half. Here's Porter, finds Fitzgerald. Finds Jones. A lot of contact there. Beautiful decision to pump fake before he puts a shot up. He'll go to the free throw line. That's his second trip there.
1 for 2 the first time. Let's see if we can change our future and knock down 2 for 2 here.
Eagles now down by 29 against South Region opponent Toccoa Falls. Will Higdon, he prepares to check into the game. The senior from Detroit, Texas. They didn't play a lot in the first half. Did that kind of surprise you?
It surprised me a little bit because of the injury to Big O on Toccoa Falls. Unfortunately, with trying to play small ball and trying to run with Toccoa, that's not really Big Will's style. But now that Big O's in the game and putting up some good post moves and got 4 early points in the second half, Coach Bell decides to put Will Higdon in and see what he can do to hold Orpheus to little to no points or rebounds.
Jones once again splits the free throws. Smith on the right side, he is guarded by Jones. He'll take the screen, gets the switch off that he wanted. Great block by Higdon. Eagles are off to the races.
Higdon coming in the game, immediately making a defensive impact.
Full head of steam, goes Ward, and he scores.
That's what we need A.J. Ward doing. We need A.J. Ward coming downhill. Once he does that a few times, defense will collapse. We can kick out, find those open shooters, and knock some shots down.
A.J. Ward moving at 100 miles per hour, gets right to the bucket. Off-balance shot as well, somehow gets it to fall. Mitchell makes a move on Porter. Hartenberg, he drives. Corner to Combers. Can he get a three? Yes, he does. After that three, Toccoa calls a timeout. Their coach needs to talk things over, and we will as well. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Motter. Braden, moments ago, we just saw that blast bucket by A.J. Ward. Gets down, goes coast to coast, full head of steam, gets to the basket. That is his 9th point of the ball game. Yet the Eagles are still down big. I want to say they're down by at least 31 right now. What are they going to have to do to remain competitive?
They're going to have to do exactly what we just saw in that replay, Al. They're going to have to really push the floor, get down in transition, because unfortunately for PCC, it seems that our half-court offense is not really doing super well against Toccoa's half-court defense. So we really need to be penetrating and traveling in transition and really pushing the floor.
Porter, he gets trapped into the corner, throws it off, deflects off a player from Toccoa, and Ward gets inside.
A.J. Ward with 4 quick ones here. Let's see if we can keep racking them up for him and then start opening up the floor.
He has 11 in the ball game. C.J. Mitchell, he's guarded by Porter. Mitchell, he drives, and he travels as well. Eagles now down by 17. Porter in a hurry here. Porter to Ward. Ward takes advantage of his matchup, drives hard, he gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. That's his first appearance as well.
It's exactly what we need AJ doing, getting downhill, really focusing on driving that ball, trying to finish at the rim and drawing fouls like he is, being the good free throw shooter that he is.
And one thing I like about AJ's positioning right now, last game, later in the second half, he had 4 fouls. Now he only has 1. If there's any time for you to be aggressive, right now is that's time to do so. Ward, that ball toilet bowls in. He gets his first free throw.
Like you said, Al, as far as I know, there's no Pensacola Eagles that are in real foul trouble here, so I think we need to turn up the aggressiveness, both on offense and defense. Maybe try and go for some steals here, get some blocks, maybe get the crowd back into this game.
Ward has all the points for the Eagles in this second half. Here's Mitchell looking for the isolation on Jones. Makes a move inside, pulls up on a dime. That hits back iron. Fitzgerald with the rebound. Ward finds Jones. And it's almost as Ward telegraphed that pass. Looked directly where he was going and threw it to him. And Combers was in the passing lane.
Lucky for us that he just tipped it out of bounds and stays in the Eagles' possession.
Porter, he crosses half.
With Big O on the bench for Toccoa Falls, hope they start looking inside for Big Will, and as I say that, that's exactly what they do.
Wow, it's like you're telling the future or something. Higdon, he comes in the second half and scores early. Now the Eagles down 23. Ward with the steal, and they foul him.
Scoring deficit still significant, but we can feel a little bit of energy starting to form in this gym here as Eagles put up a few points in a row and get some fouls and get a steal here. See if we can come down and get a few more points on the board. Coach Bell telling the Eagles exactly what he wants to run. Let's see if we can get some points on the board and bring this back to a 20-point game.
Foul inside by number 11, Ramad Godfrey. And this is the matchup that we want to see Big Will take advantage of. A guy about the same size as him, but he has really good footwork.
Yes, he does. Let's hopefully get the ball back into him like we did last possession, see if we can get some more points for him.
Ward tries to punch it inside. He gets denied by Godfrey. Where he's checked into the game, he finds Mitchell. Once again, having shot clock issues. The referee's asking to put 23 seconds on the shot clock.
Toccoa Falls seems to be slowing the pace down a little bit this second half. First half, they were really flying up and down the floor, getting lots of transition looks. This second half looks like they're playing a little more half court.
Mitchell, he has space to operate, finds Deshaun Ware. Back to Mitchell, he steps out of bounds. So some momentum shifting in the Eagles' favor.
I believe that's 3 stops in a row for the Pensacola Eagles, which is huge for us. Unfortunately, no offense to really back that, but hopefully we can find something here.
Higdon inside, tries to work. Hartenberg is there.
Great help defense by Hartenberg there and finds himself a free block.
Gildoff, step side, 3. Miscues. Beautiful defense by Ware, interrupting that transition play.
All right, hey, now we got 4. 4 down.
Eagles still down by 23 here. Fitzgerald. Got a screen by Higdon. Jones for a 3. That's good!
I believe that's Jones' first points of the game. We need him to get going, start putting more shots up, and start knocking shots down.
Jones.
Eagles find their way back into a 20-point deficit.
Jones, desperate 3. They needed that one, Modern. Ward playing full court pressure on Mitchell. Love the effort he's showing. Mitchell, Gilgoff, 3. No good. Foul. Foul on Christian Porter. Gilgoff will get 3 free throws. Eagles are playing better in this second half. Christian Porter picks up his second. Gilgoff makes the first. He'll get 3. And Braden, my apologies, I don't know why I'm calling you Brandon, but Braden, the Eagles starting to pick up a little bit of momentum, still down huge double digits. What are you going to have to do to possibly shrink in this deficit even more?
We're going to have to start shooting the ball well. Like we just saw, A.J. Ward had a good drive and then was able to find Garrett Jones for a kick-out 3. I think that's what the Eagles need to do here. We need to attack off the bounce, find a way to get in the paint. If they let us finish the ball, and if not, find our open shooters in the corners and wings.
Gilgoff goes 2 from 3 from the free throw line. Lance Smith, he checks in the game for him. Smith, first half, he had 15, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Leading scorer in the South region. Porter, give and go, gets to the basket, kicks it to Garrett Jones. Step, move, floater. That hits front iron. Porter receives it again. Ward, straightaway 3. That's good!
That's what we needed. Once again, we see some dribble drive offense, find some kickouts. Kick out to Garrett Jones. He, oh, we got a whistle.
Having some more shot clock issues here. And Coach Bell is looking to make a hockey substitution here for the Eagles. Everybody coming out but A.J. Ward. Ward with 9 points in this second half. Practically 90% of our points in this second half as well.
That's what we need. We need somebody on this Eagles team to step up right now. Unfortunately, no one is playing super well, and apparently AJ is the one who decided that he's going to take it on his shoulders and find a way to hopefully will the Eagles back into this game.
Ward with 15. He ties Smith with scoring leaders in the game. Ware finds Mitchell. He hasn't scored recently. He still has 11. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pulls one in. Ugaldi's face misses. Ward with the rebound. Ware gets on the floor for that one, calls a quick timeout. And I think Toccoa's not really doing good with this pressure that the Eagles are applying.
Nope, Coach Bell has a new lineup in. Once again, like we said, besides A.J. Ward, he made a hockey-style substitution, putting 4 new guys in. 4 guys who are mainly defensive-minded, hopefully getting some turnovers, maybe get out in transition.
Yeah, and it's great that they're going with this defensive mind of mindset. But as you see, A.J. Ward knocking down the three. We really need him to step up, and he has. 9 points in this first half. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back after these coaches talk things over. Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. The Eagles now down by 19, fighting to get back into this game. Sanders inside. Tries to go up strong, but he gets fouled. The Eagles going with a more agile lineup here. Malachi Hoare in the game. Brantley Koski in the game. Colin Wickerson, he's making his first minutes in the game, as well as Brian Ugaldi. What do you think the coach's initiative is with this lineup here?
Like I said earlier, Al, I think this is more of a defensive-minded lineup that we got out here. A.J. Ward, I'm assuming, will handle most of the scoring. We know Brantley Koski, like you said earlier in the broadcast, I think averages between 14 and 15 points a game. So hopefully they can find a way to score a few points, and the other guys in this lineup can find a way to get some stops.
Hoare quickly to the basket. He turns the ball over quickly. Eagles looking to do a full-court man-to-man press here. Ward still on Hartenberg. I love how Brantley Koski is not facing the ball, but he's facing where the pass is going to go. Ward, he's guarding Hartenberg. Smith, he drives to his left side, behind the back, tries to make a move, can't. Here's Ware in the corner. Desperately needed a three for that one. They push the lead to 22. Ward. He gets fouled in the open court. The Eagles nearly got a shot clock violation.
Yeah, backcourt violation there was definitely in play. Only 21 on the shot clock as A.J. Ward finds a way to sneak across half court and draw himself a foul. Eagles get 20 seconds on the shot clock, see if we can put some points up. I think it's been about 6 or 7 possessions since we find a way to score. Hopefully we can get some points up and find a way to start chipping into this deficit.
Wilkerson makes a move inside, pull-up jump shot, that rims out. Hartenberg somehow grabs the rebound. Lance Smith makes a move. He has a lot of room to operate here, alters his shot in the air! And Saunders with the follow! Ware with another steal and another score for Toccoa. 2 quick baskets in less than 30 seconds here.
Very quick 4-point swing there for Toccoa Falls.
Head coach of Toccoa Falls, they call a timeout. As they talk things over, we will as well.
All right, Eagle fans, let's hear our loudest fan for a free Papa John's pizza. Who's it gonna be? Who wants a free pizza?
Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. I was chatting alongside with Braden Motter, my apologies. I bet you get that mispronunciation a lot.
Oh, I've been getting it my whole life, Al. That's all right. No worries.
Koski, he makes a move inside. Here's Ward. Uvalde finds Wilkerson. Malachi Hoare tries a shot, misses everything.
Eagles aren't really getting a whole lot of ball movement, just a couple passes, and then most of the time just shooting a contested three. I think we need to get the ball moving a little more, try and penetrate as best as possible. That's where we're finding our success so far.
Ward, corner to Wilkerson, step back three. Can he score here? He can't. Eagles down the score that they have right now, 36. And Smith kicks it to Mitchell. Here's Ware. Deshaun Ware, he drives to his right side, gets inside.
Wow,
And
blocking call by the official on A.J. Ward.
Very risky call there by the official. Seems if Ward was there on time. And Ward had a lot of plays like that where he tried to make a lot of charges last game against Ave Maria, yet those were turned over as well.
Yeah, charges and blocks are a tough call for officials. You got to be just set just right, and you got to be there early enough, and you can't be in the arc, you know, all those rules and stuff. So unfortunately, I'm not sure about that call, but I know it's a tough one for the officials.
Hockey switch here for the Eagles. Christian Porter, Austin Lewis, Chandler Fitzgerald, and Garrett Jones check into the game here. And A.J. Ward comes out. A.J. Ward has most of the points here for the second half for the Eagles with 9.
Unfortunately for Pensacola, you don't want to take A.J. Ward out of the game because he's your best scorer and kind of your only one scoring right now. But at the same time, you can't play guys too long because then you run into risk of injury.
Smith, he pushes the ball in transition, dumps it off to Sanders. Spin move nearly travels. Smith still holds on to it, misses everything. Ware with the steal. Pull-up jump shot, that's off. Fitzgerald with the rebound. Porter, Jones. Move inside. Scores on Mitchell.
A good Euro step there by Garrett Jones. Brantley Koski running the lanes well, trying to draw the attention of the defender, and he does.
Mitchell inside, dribbles the ball out. Here's Smith. Smith makes a beautiful move, goes upstairs and lays that one in. He has 19 tonight.
What a drive by Lance Smith. Great dribble penetration, good crossover, finishes with a good, nice left hand.
Jones, he drives middle, goes inside, dribble pull-up is no good. Smith. He finds Mitchell. Mitchell with an array of moves, he gets inside, and he's quickly fouled. Eagles down by immense double digits here, with 9 minutes left to go in the game. It seemed like the Eagles possibly could have came back here. A.J. Ward coming out in the half with 9 points. And honestly, most of the points here for the Eagles, the only other people who've scored is Will Higdon. He's on the bench as well.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Eagles, came out in the second half, got a few stops early, and were able to put a few points up, but then not really able to rally behind that and keep putting points up. We kind of hit a dry spell, and Toccoa's, once again, offense is really thriving right now, shooting the ball well and driving extremely effectively.
The first men's game and the Pensacola Invitational. The women's games, the Eagles, the Lady Eagles, took the W against Toccoa Falls women's basketball team by a score of 30, a deficit rather. Porter, he tries another three, and that's off. Mitchell gets right by Porter. Porter wasn't expecting for him to lose the ball there, but he does. Mitchell, Caldwell, finds Ware. Gets inside, Porter tries to tap it from behind. Here's Nathan, that misses. Ball will stay with the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, as the Eagles are now down by even 30. Smart decision by Jones not to pick up the ball. Now they have 30 seconds left to work with here. Behind the back pass to Lewis. Down low to Fitzgerald.
Great find by Austin Lewis on the cutting Chandler Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald, he has 7. Porter tries to make a lot of tap from behind plays. Risky moves by him as well. And Fitzgerald with the rejection.
Great block by Chandler Fitzgerald on a good drive by Jay Nathan.
Eagles now trail by 18. And honestly, Braden, a lot of time is left in this ball game.
There is a lot of time left out. There's about 8 minutes left in this game. Eagles need to get some stops here, see if we can put some points up on the board, and maybe find a way to crawl our way back into this one.
Where he scores. Koski in transition. Has someone behind him. Steps through, tries to find Jones. That's taken away. Koski tries to make a play in the open court. That doesn't work. Nathan cornered to Ware. A.J. Ward heads back to the table. He has 9 in the second half, 15 on the game. Second leading scorer amongst both teams. Nathan tries a triple. That's off. Christian Porter in transition. Drives hard. Koski wide open 3 opportunity. He nails it. Shrinkens the deficit. Double team. A lot of pressure here by the Eagles. Back to Sanders. He goes inside, and he scores.
Brantley Koski hitting the open 3 in the corner on our end, and now number 3, Grant Sanders, is now trying to get 3 on his end the old-fashioned way.
Eagles now trail by 27. Well, I said 18 at first. I really can't do math. They were trailing by 28 at first. Now trailing by 27. Christian Porter only with 3 points tonight, having a really terrible night shooting. Here's Lewis. Takes one from distance. That's off. Ward with the follow. That's good. Ward, he has 11 in this first half. Gilgoff. And that's a charge by Ward.
It's about the same play we saw earlier, except AJ this time finds a way to get set and draw that charge call going the other way. Pensacola gets the ball. Let's see if we can put some points up on the board here.
Ward with 11 points in his second half. Porter, Jones, 3-point opportunity. That hits back iron. Ugaldi comes to the table. Comers with the ball, guarded by Lewis. Comers with the move. Nathan, he travels before he makes the move. Brian Ugaldi prepares to check into the game here for the Eagles. Eagles now down by 25. Just hit the 6 minutes threshold of the game. And Braden, there is still a lot of time in this ball game.
There is still 6 minutes left in this game, Al. Not sure if we can find our way into a winning game, but we can definitely find some positives and continue to improve as A.J. Ward puts a nice baby hook in there.
A.J. Ward will not be denied. He has 13 points in the second half alone, 20 on the ball game. He leads all scorers and has nearly half of the Pensacola Christian College points. 3 from distance is no good. Sanders with the rebound. Gildoff tries one from distance. That's no good. And Porter gets called for the foul. Not Porter, but Garrett Jones. Jones, I believe that is his first or second. Oh, actually, no, that is his first of the night. Gilgoff goes to the free throw line. And it's kind of ironic because his first free throws of the game was off a 3-point play as well. That didn't go in, so he got 3 free throws. Now he has another opportunity for 3 again. Knocks down the first one. Eagles now down by 24. And Gilgoff goes 2 for 3 again. Porter. Step back, Ward, 3, try. That's no good. Comers. Sanders. Nathan. Tries to throw the lob here, but beautiful passing by Toccoa Falls. Ugaldi in the corner. Jones, 3-point try. That's good.
Much needed points by the Eagles. It had been quite a few possessions since we got something. See if we can string a few possessions together and put some points up on the board.
Eagles down by 24. Gilgoff, another 3-point opportunity. That's front iron. Here's Porter. Jones, head of the pack, goes up strong. He gets a foul call. That stops time, and once again, Braden, I am telling you, there's a lot of time left in this ball game.
Just under 5 minutes left, about 4.5. Garrett Jones, like you said, able to hopefully put some points here up on the board while the clock is stopped. Find a way to maybe crawl back into this game. The way the NCCAA is running the conference this year is through power rankings, and power rankings, you score points in your power rankings based on how many points you score during a game. So even though it may feel insignificant at this point because you may feel the game is already over, every point for the Eagles is important.
Jones back again for a free throw opportunity. Can he get both of them? He does. Eagles now down by 22. Toccoa places their starters back into the game. Here's Smith, full head of steam here. And Ugaldi with the steal. Ward nearly loses it, but regains his step. Porter. Jones. Jones makes a move. Here's Ugaldi. Jones. Inside to Fitzgerald. Porter, he'll try a 3. That connects.
Christian Porter with a much-needed shot right there. It's been a while since he scored. Maybe that boosts his confidence a little bit. Maybe he'll start knocking some shots down for the Eagles.
Eagles now down by 19. Never mind, we're down by 21 again. Luke Hartenberg gets the finish to go. Jones, 3, corner, no good. Porter with the rebound. Fadeaway jump shot, that's no good as well. Rankings with the rebound. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in regulation. Comers, he brings the ball up. And Smith gets tripped on his way to the basket. Eagles now trail by 21 to South Region opponent Toccoa Falls. If they can hold this off, Toccoa will now be 4-2. Possibly one of their best starts in program history.
Toccoa came in tonight playing really well, shooting the ball extremely well. Found a way to jump out to a real early lead, and unfortunately Pensacola just not able to rally and catch back up. We've been down most of the game, but I think there are some real positives coming out of this game. We were able to take Toccoa's early offense, took it on the chin pretty well, kept ourselves within 10 or 12 points while 2 of their guys were shooting ridiculous numbers, but unfortunately for us, our offense was just not able to really back the defensive stops that we did make as the game progressed.
Smith at the free throw line, knocks down both of them.
Toccoa Falls subs in Orpheus Rankus, so Coach Bell decides to put back in Will Higdon, try and counteract and watch this battle in the paint.
Porter drives inside, blocking foul called on Rankins. 3 minutes even left in the ball game. The Eagles down by 23.
Both teams are in the bonus, so every foul from here on out is going to put us at the free throw line. Find a way to score the ball with clock stopped.
A.J. Ward, I believe, with his second trip to the free throw line here in the second half rather. Gets one-on-one free throws opportunities. Makes the first one. A.J. Ward, first team all-region, knocks down the first one. A.J. Ward alone has 15 points in the second half.
He clearly came out of the locker room second half and decided that he was going to try his best to will the Eagles back into this game, and no one can fault him for his efforts. Putting up 15 points and a half by yourself is always impressive.
Smith makes a move on Porter, drives inside, finds Hartenberg! Beautiful pass by Smith, beautiful finish by Hartenberg. Ward, he drives inside. He will not be denied.
A.J. Ward is playing a fantastic second half here.
A.J. Ward with 17 points in this half alone. Porter with the steal. Ward cutting, lands there for the steal rather than deflection. Jones, Ward, actually back to Jones instead. Layup, no good. Ugalde got a hand on it but can't finish.
Surprised A.J. Ward passed up on that corner three. He loves the corners, and he's shooting the ball well right now. Thought he might have a heat check.
If A.J. Ward would have hit that three, he would have had 20 points in the second half alone. Comers, thought about a three, doesn't take it. Lance Smith. Comers travels before he can get a shot off. And it's no secret, Braden, if the Eagles want to score, put it in 34's hands.
Certainly seems that that's the way it's going this second half. AJ's found a way to really knock the ball down, find his shot, dribble drive, find his layups. I think a couple more Eagles could maybe start contributing, but at this point, you're right, Al. If I'm the Eagles trying to put some points up, I'm giving the ball to A.J. Ward.
Jones tries a shot, no good. Really unfortunate that the Eagles are playing without Steven Wheeler, having some problems with his side. How much of a deficit is him without him being on the floor?
Steven is an extremely effective defender, and he's very quick, good dribbler. His dribble drives are very effective, and I feel like that's a big reason why the Eagles are struggling shooting tonight, because when Steven's in the game, he draws so much attention on his drives that he's able to find his open shooters, which really stretches the floor. Foul on Garrett Jones in the front court. Sends Kobe Comer to the free throw line, shooting a 1-and-1 in the bonus.
Wow, I appreciate you for saying that as I was counting out the amount of points that A.J. Ward had. 7 points in the first, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Porter with the three, that falls.
Christian Porter with a great shot there, hand in the face, able to knock it down.
Christian Porter starting to get some shots to fall as of late, but it seems like all he can do is shoot the three ball.
Yeah, unfortunately for Christian, unfortunately today he hasn't really been able to dribble drive too effectively, but he has been able to shoot the ball fairly often. But Toccoa Falls, once again, like we said, when you average 22 points in the past 2 games, teams are going to notice and really run you off the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, as both teams talk it over, we will as well.
As many push-ups as they can do in 30 seconds.
Welcome back, Eagle fans from all over. Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Motter. And Braden, it seems after the Toccoa Falls Eagles got their 4th win of their season, currently standing at 4-2. Talk about the story of this game.
Story of this game, Al, was in my opinion, was about the first 10 minutes. Lance Smith and C.J. Mitchell put up ridiculous numbers in those first few minutes and were able to shoot the ball extremely well. And like we just saw there, I feel like the story of the first half for the Eagles was poor shooting and a lot of turnovers.
Smith, he has the ball across court to Hartenberg, who had 2 bodies in this game, and what posters he got. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Mitchell down to Hartenberg, works inside, and he's fouled. Foul on number 13, Colin Wilkerson. And Hartenberg will go to the line for free throws.
Subbing in for the Eagles, Clayton Buckley getting his first minutes of the night.
Hartenberg misses the first free throw here. Puts up the second one, and that's good. Buckley almost slips there. Big Will works down low on Orpheus Rankings, no good. But loose ball foul on Toccoa. 17 seconds left in this game. Braden, what did you learn about this Pensacola Christian College team from tonight's matchup?
I was just about to say, Al, one thing that I will say about the Eagles that is very positive is that even though early on, especially to end the first half being down by 20, they came out fiery, they came out aggressive, they worked their hardest. Shots just unfortunately weren't falling, and this is a very good Toccoa Falls team. So the fact that we were able to keep working hard, we still got some defensive stops, but unfortunately just didn't have the offense tonight.
Just like a one that Malachi Hoare just made. Koski to Clayton Buckley, he misses everything. And the team can't get it to fall here. I don't know about you, Braden Motter, but one thing that I learned that Lance Smith and A.J. Ward are probably 2 of the best players in the South region.
That were a lot of fun to watch tonight. Lance Smith put up a lot of points. A.J. Ward as well with a fantastic second half. Unfortunately for the Eagles, not able to pull it out, but a lot of good work done tonight. Definitely some work to be done, but that's why it's a long season, right?
Yeah, you're completely right. And speaking of a long season, it starts again tomorrow. The Eagles playing Crowley's Ridge. What are you going to have to do to have a better performance than today?
Well, I think we're going to have to shoot the ball a lot better. I don't have a stat sheet in front of me, but I'm sure our shooting percentage is pretty low. I think tomorrow night we're going to have to come out a little more aggressive, shoot the ball a little better, hopefully get a little better game to watch tomorrow night.
What a matchup that we experienced here today. The Eagles from the ladies' side took the W. The Eagles from the men's side lost today by 21, actually by 19, my apologies. But until then, I'm Alvin Chapman alongside with Braden Motter, and we'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock.